Yo, what's good, y'all? You dub back here again here in 2019. Let's get it. Bringing on another Deathmatch. Now, right before this video, there should be another Deathmatch video with Hanma Baki versus what? King and Ashra's own, my dog, Tokidoma. You might want to go check that out, especially if you're a fan of both of these series. And continue on the Baki train. We bringing them back. We bringing back the legend himself. Love me this character. Without further, we talking that Baki greatness versus what? Marvel? We are finally putting that Baki greatness versus a lot of other series. We finally entering into the DC and Marvel. Why? Because this dude is that badass. This dude is that the truth. He's on that level. Coming in from the left side. Who am I hyping up? The man who really needs no introduction. The Oni, the Ogre, the man who's the strongest creature alive, the man of it, practically a demigod walking amongst us. Hanma Yujiro. And coming in from the right corner, Power Man, the man who is the protector of Harlem, homeboy to Iron Fist Danny Rand, known as both an Avenger, Mighty Avenger, as well as a Defender in a recent incarnation. He is none other than Mr. Bulletproof himself, who had a phenomenal Netflix series, by the way, Luke Cage. Let us begin. Man. For the longest time, part of the reason it's been a while since I had a Yujiro deathmatch. Yujiro, I think right now, he's going to be the most person I've ever had with deathmatches because it's just so fascinating. Other people you have to consider all these powers and stuff. But it's Hanma Yujiro. And I don't think anybody faults me for putting any of that Yujiro greatness. Come on, we could practically have a whole setup. How would Yujiro fare against this dude? And it's not wrong though. It's not wrong though. I'm like, who am I going to go against? I'm slow. If you notice, I'm slowly working up. Also, I had to address the Kenshiro. Did a video on that. You know, Yujiro versus Kenshiro. Did a video on Yujiro versus Akuma. Not Oni, Akuma. Let's not get it twisted, all right? But yeah, how to start dealing into Marvel, and then we gonna deal with DC too now. Come on now. But how we gonna get in there? What's gonna be fair? Let's try Mr. Bulletproof Strong Power Man himself, Luke Cage. Come on now. And as we always do here on this channel, because we go in depth with the analysis, we ain't like with Death Battle. No. We go in depth with our death matches. We have 3 categories, and under each category, there is a subcategory in case you are unaware of how I get down in these death matches. The first category is the attack category. And under the attack category, we have 4 subcategories. We have physical strength, /strength, just strength, lifting strength and everything. Speed, which is combat speed. Do not confuse that with transit or movement speed. No. Some worlds like Dragon Ball, they actually fight faster than they typically move. DC and Marvel, you have a lot of characters who fight slower than they actually move. Then you have certain characters like Silver Surfer, who's pretty much the same. Then there's techniques, which are self-explanatory. And finally, in the attack category, we have destructive capacity, DC /power. How much you can blow up, punch, things of that nature, depending on the specific character. Now, physical strength. World's strongest creature. He doesn't get that name loosely. This dude... Giant elephant, casual. Giant polar bear, casual. This dude, we haven't really seen the upper limits of his strength. In the case of Luke Cage, he's also a powerhouse in his own right. Even though his claim to fame is not actually his physical strength is mad impressive. I wouldn't say he's Thing level. I wouldn't say he's Colossus level. You know, She-Hulk, I wouldn't say that. But Luke Cage, I think casually in the 30 ton range, casually. If not 50 tonner. He might be a 50 tonner. maybe 50,000. I might be lowballing. It might be 50,000 Turner, if I'm not mistaken. He's really strong. Who is stronger? Take your pick because both have really high end feats. So, and again, Yujiro, we haven't. I'm not trying to fan, but we just haven't seen the limits of his strength. But we know what he brings to the table. So for that, I put a question mark. I want to say Yujiro, but I'm not being disrespectful to Luke. Coming in with combat speed, I think this one is obvious and it's not even close. It's the Ogre. Yujiro casually fights at less than 0.5 seconds, casually. Now, Luke Cage isn't slow by any stretch of the imagination, and he can keep up with speed, but Luke Cage has never been known for speed. I mean, above Olympic, probably at best peak human. I would say Luke Cage, on a consistent basis. Has he shown some superhuman speed? Sure. But he mainly relies on his durability. Now, while Yujiro can do that, we've seen Yujiro just neutralize the speed of other people's with speed. Again, he can tank stuff, but he can move as fast, if not faster, than characters such as Baki. Um, a lot of speedsters in the Baki world don't even stand a chance against him. So, I mean, in a fight like this, Yujiro would rely on his speed. He would rely on the speed. And you'll see more so of the speed when I get to the reaction section to see why I say he is not even close. Now, when it comes to techniques, again, sorry, Luke, this is not close. It's Yujiro. Yujiro has mastered every modern martial art. Every single one. Boxing, Muay Thai, Karate, Jiu-Jitsu, Judo, you name it. He's pretty much Batman. And then some. And I mean, he also knows ancient martial arts. Yes, he relies on his strength. Yes, he relies on his physicality, but his skills, we saw it in his fight with Kaku Kaio, who is the grandmaster of Kung Fu, of Chinese martial arts. And he was on par, if not greater. Against Musashi Miyamoto, the same thing. Yujiro's skills, not his strength, showcase. When it comes to Luke Cage, he's a peerless street fighter and is not to knock him. He's phenomenal with it. But he's pretty basic with his techniques, bro. And he a lot of time utilizes his environmental advantage to him and his bulletproof skin. So he's fairly rudimentary compared to someone who's so high caliber, high class as Yujiro that it's not even fair in comparison. And that I think is the biggest edge in out of any of these categories that Yujiro will have over Luke in this fight. Coming in with destructive capacity slash power, Luke is powerful as hell. No question. He's killing most folks for no question. But he ain't stopping an earthquake. And we've seen that from Yujiro. Yujiro, we've also seen run through entire armies. Luke's not running through an army like Yujiro is. He's just not going to, bro. Like, you could say, well, wait a minute. There are reasons I could say that. We seen too many times that Luke, he's got nice power. But he's no thing Bing Grim. He's no Colossus. Um Peter Rasputin. All right. He's not even on their level. Forget She-Hulk, Jennifer Walters. Forget the Incredible Hulk or the Immortal Hulk, Dr. Bruce Banner. He's nowhere near them. Again, and when I say Yujiro stopped an earthquake, it was casual. He just punched the ground. It stopped in its tracks. And some people, what, Luke Cage, show me the feats. I have not seen Luke Cage show anything remotely close to the level of stopping an earthquake that had people concerned. Just saying, just saying. So overall in the attack category, it should not be such a shocker that Luke takes his L. The ogre, he's got a bunch of tools in the toolbox in the tool shed, and he's physically gifted to match. Now, in the defense category, again, we have 4 subcategories. We have reaction time, durability, stamina, and agility. Reaction time, Pretty much not close. It's not as bad of a blowout as the as the techniques, but here's why also Yujiro's faster. Yujiro dodged lightning again casually. He dodged lightning casually. What am I supposed to do with that? When have you seen Luke Cage do anything remotely comparable to that? Again, he's nice. But we see him take hits from slow ass dudes and regular dudes. He walks through stuff. He doesn't really have to be that have that great reaction time because of his durability, because of his bulletproof skin. But show me in the comments where we've seen anything even remotely close to that. I'll wait. When it comes to durability, it's close, but I gotta give it to Luke Cage, which hopefully he wins. That is his bread and butter. Bulletproof skin. Now, internally, his organs can be damaged. And I still say it's close. Why I say it's close. While it's a bulletproof skin, and he can survive explosives and stuff, we've also seen Yujiro be able to just deal with a bunch of damage and just keep on going and whatnot. His father-son fight, he supposedly lost the Baki, but it could have kept going. I mean, Baki wasn't really so much hurting Yujiro like that. Again, Yujiro can run through an army. The thing is, Luke's bulletproof skin, that exoskeleton helps a hell of a lot. And it goes a long way. We've seen this dude tank a hell of a lot of stuff. Even better feats than we've seen Yujiro in all objectivity and neutral. Okay? Yujiro is still mere mortal. Superhuman, but he's still mere mortal at the end of the day. Luke has if you want to call it biological advantage, that's just the nature of the beast. So there is that. But it's not like Luke's durability is just bringing it all home, just all casually. He can just run through and tank it. No. It's not that simple. So there is that. Now, when it comes to stamina, I want to say on par because, again, I haven't really seen through from my research that either of them really run out of juice like that. It's more so if Luke takes an L or if Yujiro decides to stop fighting. God, I'm serious. Like, if you think I'm overhyping Yujiro, go read the Baki series. He's insane, man. He's insane. Oh, and another thing with durability that I gotta add why Yujiro's close, because not only did he dodge lightning, he literally tanked lightning to the point where it fried. We saw his skeleton and all. And he kept walking. People were shook when they saw this. Also, we seen him take punches from Biscuit Oliver, Hanayama, you name it. Some of the hardest hitters. I mean, guys who were just breaking through. So had to throw that in there as well. But yeah, stamina, both of them have boatloads and gallons worth of stamina and can potentially fight for days. So it's ridiculous there. Agility, again, no contest in the favor of the ogre. This dude, this is part of the reason what makes him so dangerous. World's strongest creature, but he has all the skills to back it up. It's insane. It's insane. It's true insanity what Yujiro brings to the table. He's superhumanly fast, superhumanly agile. Like all his stats are superhuman, bro. He's that broken cheat character that you have in a video game. That's what you have in Yujiro. And again, Luke Cage doesn't usually have to fight with agility. And anytime he fights someone who's agile, Spider-Man, or let's say a Spider-Man, Daredevil, or Danny Rand. And if you need evidence, Danny Rand runs circles around this cat. He just does. And so there is that. Danny Rand, he's got the superhuman ability with chi control, but really is just peak to superhuman levels of physicality. And Yujiro's superior to Danny Rand, which should also tell you probably who's going to win this matchup. But let's finish off the strategy category. And on the strategy, we have three subcategories. We have location, fighting style, and fighting IQ. Because a lot of people don't take into consideration fighting intelligence. That matters a hell of a lot. That can be a swing vote in a close match. Now, when it comes to location, like with a lot of fights, it doesn't so much matter because neither fight's underwater, neither is going to fly. Sometimes location matters. Location typically matters when certain powers and abilities are affected by that. Okay. Both of these gentlemen can fight close quarters. They can fight an open battlefield. They can fight pretty much anywhere. They have boatloads of experience. When it comes to fighting style, I already mentioned Yujiro. He's just true master, grandmaster. He's a grandmaster of almost every martial art known to man, both ancient and modern. So his fighting style is any he so chooses, pretty much. When it comes to Luke Cage, he is a street fighter. This is pure and simple. He's a street fighter, more so on the level of brawling. Now he has gotten some training from Iron Fist, so he is a master street fighter, might I add. So there is that. When it comes to fighting IQ, Yujiro is one of the highest fighting geniuses in all fiction, if not the highest. His fighting IQ is just through the roof, is nearly unmatched. And when it comes to Luke Cage has a good. He's got a solid, a legitimate. He understands how to throw down. Overall, what do we have here? I think the winner is pretty obvious from my analysis and my breakdown of the situation. It's Yujiro. It's the ogre. And again, you can't say that I'm cherry picking fights. A lot of people thought in that Kenshiro fight, Kenshiro, a lot of people had wanted that. Akuma is one of the greatest fighters in video game history, so I'm putting him against quality opponents, ladies and gentlemen. But here's the thing, bro. Yujiro has it in too many areas where Luke Cage does not have mastery over it. Luke Cage isn't agile enough. He's not necessary. His speed is not bad, but his reaction time, Yujiro, if he so desires, is going to dodge. And when Luke Cage connects, it's not like he's going to instantly put Yujiro down. It's not like his punches are the hardest hitting thing. Now, Yujiro's going to feel it. And you can say, well, what about Luke Cage's durability? We've seen him lose to lesser people than Yujiro. Again, Iron Fist Danny Rand defeats Power Man Luke Cage. He defeats him consistently. And honestly, Danny Rand takes that clean L. And then not in disrespect, but he takes that clean L to Yujiro. So you lose to an inferior fighter and you expect him to come out on top. Again, and I mean, you have the fighting genius. Almost every aspect, Luke is he's just not even close in. And those he is arguably superior on par. Strength is questionable. Durability is a more, but it's not like in another realm. So stamina. Luke has really no advantage in this fight, and he just is going to take a slow beating until he drops. Unexpected wonder, like, comment, subscribe. Tell me your thoughts. Show me if you think I got it wrong. You think Luke Cage takes this W? Please showcase to me. But show me with the facts, bro. Show me from the comics where he does. And please don't bring up the Netflix series. That man gets trashed by Yujiro. That man's skills is way nerfed compared to the comics. Just saying. All right, y'all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night. Peace.